Nokia X71 smartphone was launched in April 2019. The phone comes with a 6.39-inch LCD touchscreen display. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 processor. It comes with 6GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Nokia X71 on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 48-megapixel main shooter and 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens along with a 5-megapixel depth sensor. There is a 16-megapixel camera on the front for selfies. This device is based on Android 9.0 Pie and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 256GB. It is powered by a 3500 mAh battery with 18-watt fast battery charging support. It was The Sony Xperia 10 Mark II looks very familiar to its predecessor, packing a divisive candy bar design. Of course, there are some welcome improvements here, including IP68 water resistance. There's only an Xperia 10 Mark II this time, no Plus model. Considering the branding is already a bit long and awkward, we are thankful for this. The star of the Sony Xperia 10 Mark II is the display. This marks the first time Sony features an OLED display on a mid-range phone. This means you get the richer colors and deeper blacks found on the flagship level devices, even if the full HD Plus resolution isn't quite as impressive. The 6-inch OLED display also offers the same 21:9 format we have seen in other recent Sony devices. Sony has used side-mounted fingerprint scanners many times over the years, so it's not a surprise to see one here on the Sony Xperia 10 Mark II. It's also great to see the phone jack remains, although that's not unusual for mid-rangers. You will find the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor paired with 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The Xperia 10 Mark II packs 3 cameras on the rear. The ultra-wide camera has a 16mm focal length and an 8-megapixel sensor. The telephoto lens has a 52mm focal length and 8-megapixel. Then there's the main camera, a 12-megapixel wide-angle lens with a 26mm focal length. There's also support for 21:9 image capture and 4K movie recording. Pictures taken with the camera delivers decent result with vivid color and amazing details. We are happy to see both telephoto and ultra-wide-angle lenses on the Sony's latest mid-ranger. On the front you will find a single 8-megapixel camera for selfie. Don't judge this camera from its megapixel count, it's a solid performer. As for the battery, this device is powered by a 3. First of all, the A51 5G is light, really light. Samsung has always done a good job of building featherweight phones that still feel well made, and the A51 5G is proof of that. Its 6.5-inch display is nearly 2 inches larger than the 4.7-inch panel inside the Apple's new iPhone SE. The A51 5G's display is flat, which is actually a breath of fresh air from the curved panels in every modern premium handset. It's hard to put my finger on, but a flat screen simply feels simpler to use and easier to live with. The A51 5G is attractive with its upper slim bezels and a display that perfectly follows the silhouette of the body. But it gets better, the A51 has a headphone jack. One of the best things about the last year's Galaxy A50 was its AMOLED display, which is a luxury typically reserved for more premium devices. Rather than use a rear-mounted fingerprint sensor, the A51 5G comes with an in-display optical scanner that works well most of the time. Rather than using one of Qualcomm's mid-range 600 or 700 series chipset, the Galaxy A51 5G derives its power from Samsung's own Exynos 980 CPU. It is supported by 6 or 8GB of RAM depending on the variant. The Exynos 980 is an 8nm processor. The A51 5G excels at games. For a budget handset anyway, you can play most of the popular games without any problem. You might expect 1 or 2 cameras from this phone, but the Galaxy A51 5G has 4 on the back. A 48-megapixel wide-angle primary shooter supported by 12-megapixel ultra-wide, 5-megapixel depth and 5-megapixel macro optics. A 32-megapixel sensor serves selfie duties on the front. That's a whole lot of megapixels, and when conditions are favorable, the A51 5G can pull in a lot of detail. We like the A51 5G's depth effects. That ultra-wide shooter shines when the sun is out. There is a surprising level of detail overall in Samsung's shot and good dynamic range as you move from the shadows to daylight. So what about the night shots? Well, you would think the A51 5G would be better equipped for such scenarios because it has a night mode, something Apple's cheapest iPhone lacks. As we discovered, it's not very useful. In complete darkness, the shot it captures are totally unacceptable. You can record 4K video at 30 fps. Pictures taken with selfie camera delivers stunning quality with great color accuracy and dynamic range. Samsung has used 4500 mAh battery into the Galaxy A51 5G. That big battery plus the A51's hardware being optimized more for efficiency than all-out power should guarantee exceptional battery life. The Mi Note 10 Lite sports the same 6.47-inch FHD Plus AMOLED display on the regular Mi 10 Note. The device comes with a water drop style notch which holds the front camera. It is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G chipset. The device comes with two variants, 6GB of RAM and 64GB of onboard storage, or 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. If you consider the price, you are getting a good deal with the spec provided by Xiaomi. It also features a 3.5mm headphone jack. The phone comes with MIUI 11 based on Android 10 out of the box. Mi Note 10 Lite featured a quad rear camera array along with dual LED flash, a primary 64MP Samsung GW1 sensor, an 8MP ultra-wide camera, a 5MP macro lens and a 2MP depth sensor. You can record 4K video at 30 fps with this device. Over to the front, the Mi Note 10 Lite have a 32MP selfie camera. As for the power, there is a 5260 mAh battery with 30W fast charging support. With this battery, you can easily go through a day. The Realme X50 5G features a rather typical smartphone design. The bezel-less display, curved glass back, no headphone jack. It's a 2020 smartphone through and through. Its uniqueness lies in the front-facing camera, a dual-camera setup that results in a longer than usual cutout on the top left of the display. The Realme X50 5G has a pretty standard 120Hz display. The Realme X50 comes with an IPS LCD technology display that has a size of 6.57 inches. It gives a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels and the density of the display is 401 ppi. The body of the device is built with Gorilla Glass 5 on the front as well as back. The entire frame of the device is made with aluminum. Apart from this, the device is also splash resistant, which makes you fearless while using the phone near the beach, a poolside party and so on. The chipset of the smartphone is Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G and it is packed with 6GB or 8GB or 12GB of RAM that helps with the smooth functioning of the device and 128GB or 256GB of inbuilt storage depending on the variation you buy. This chipset will easily handle the best of the Google Play Store has to offer regarding the games. It is worth noting that there is no external memory card slot, which means increasing the storage is not an option, but 128GB and 256GB should be enough to store all your pictures, videos and documents. The smartphone consists of a quad camera setup, 64MP plus 12MP telephoto lens which supports 2x optical zoom and 8MP ultra-wide lens and another 2MP dedicated macro camera. It also features LED flash, HDR and panorama. The X50 5G shoots video at 4K resolution. Shots taken with the X50 5G are not going to topple the best out there, especially in low light, but for the price they are competitive and better than those taken on the OnePlus 8. On the front side of the device, there is a dual camera that consists of a 16MP and 8MP ultra-wide lens that clicks awesome selfies. This device is powered by a 4200 mAh